Once again, welcome to our Sky and Stars. We are still studying the subject of aerodynamics, and last time I talked about the atmosphere and its properties, but I put more emphasis on 4 of those properties, which are static pressure, temperature, density, and viscosity. I talked about static pressure in my last video and in my previous video, and I promised to talk about another one. So let's talk about temperature for today. We all know that the 2 most used scales to measure the temperature are Fahrenheit and Celsius. Those are the ones that mostly used, but when it comes to standard day temperature, those 2 systems cannot be used. Why? Because they do not have absolute zero as their base. So in this case, we must use absolute temperature. We must use the absolute temperature system instead. In the Fahrenheit system, absolute zero is minus 460 degrees F. Okay? In standard day temperature system, this must be converted into the Rankine absolute system. To do that, the Fahrenheit temperature at sea level on a standard day, which is 59 degrees Fahrenheit, must be added to the absolute zero of the Fahrenheit system. So that will be 460 degrees Fahrenheit plus 59 degrees Fahrenheit, and that probably will give you 519 degrees R. That's the Rankine system. The same procedure is used for calculating the absolute temperature by converting the Celsius system into absolute system of Kelvin. So the way you do that is by adding the Celsius system temperature at sea level, which is 15 degrees C, to the Celsius system that does not have absolute zero as its base. And we know that its absolute zero is minus 273 C. You add 15 to 273, you get 288 degree K, which is Kelvin. Also, remember that just like static pressure, temperature ratio must be used instead of the actual temperature, because as the aircraft gains altitude, there's going to be a reduction in temperature. So you got to use, so the temperature ratio must be used instead of actual temperature. So that will be the temperature where at the current altitude of the aircraft, okay, over the temperature at sea level on a standard day. Okay, so we're talking about T over T0, which is 15 degree C. Okay, so basically static pressure decreases with altitude, and temperature also decreases with altitude. I hope you understand, and until next time, take care.